this superheated water will do is to go in here, look at it, it will enter the cylinder and melt the solid sulfur in the solid sulfur bed. It will melt the sulfur here. The sulfur solids here begin to melt because superheated water has entered the sulfur bed. Hello, my name is Sulphure and you are welcome to Chemist AI Edu Consult. I am making this video to answer one of the questions asked to me by students, and the question is on flask process. Flask process is an industrial process for the extraction of sulfur from each sulfur deposit. Sulfur deposit is found underground, so the effort of the industry to get this sulfur out of the ground is called flask process. So watch on as I explain the industrial mechanisms involved. So during the process, what the industry does is to sink 3 concentric cylinders beneath the ground, inside the ground. So this is the first cylinder, the inner cylinder. This is the middle one, and this is the outer one. These concentric cylinders are sunk into the ground. This is our ground. This is ground level. This is soil. Then after passing through this topsoil and the other layers, what you see is sulfur bed. So this space here is where the sulfur is. So they sink the concentric cylinders towards the sulfur bed and make sure it is resting at the sulfur bed. The next to do is that each concentric cylinder has an inlet or outlet. The innermost concentric cylinder has an outlet. The middle one has an outlet to collect the molten sulfur. The outer one has an outlet. You see it there? So what they do is, this sulfur is in solid form. So how do you get solid sulfur out of this place? It is difficult. Because of that, through the outer cylinder, they push in superheated water. They force superheated water into these concentric cylinders through the outermost cylinder. So what this superheated water will do is to go in here, look at it, it will enter the cylinder and melt the solid sulfur in the solid sulfur bed. It will melt the sulfur here. The sulfur solids here begin to melt because superheated water has entered the sulfur bed through the outer cylinder. So the molten sulfur will now enter the middle cylinder. When it enters the middle cylinder, hot compressed air will be forced through the innermost cylinder. So the compressed and hot air will be forced through the innermost cylinder. This air, what it does is to force this molten sulfur up through the middle cylinder. It will force it up, and from here, the outlet of the middle cylinder, the industry collects the molten sulfur. So this is the mechanism for flash process. If you have any question, you can post it at the comment section.